What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the ANR Weekly. It's a Monday. I know most of you probably went to work and you're probably tired. And you're wondering, oh, this is going to be a long week. Well, we're going to end Monday off on a good note. You get to hang out with us, make you laugh, make you cry, make you type stuff in the chat, just like some of them are doing right now. But before I get into all those nice people there, I got to bring in my buddy. He wants to do the recording today from his car. I told him just because you have a pizza box in your car doesn't mean it's a turtle van. But he's not taking my word for it. Dude, a pizza box doesn't mean your car turns into a turtle van.
I can't think of anything witty to say.
That's good, right? That's good. Thank you.
Sure. Does that count as your joke?
No, it does not count as a joke. Stay tuned for that.
Okay.
He loves it. He loves our jokes. If you're new here, welcome. If you're listening to us for the first time, welcome. We're on Spotify, iTunes, and we're all over the YouTube internets. So, if you're new here, this is how we're doing it. We're going to do our dad jokes. I know your day has been good. I didn't even bother asking you. I don't know. I'm so sorry for that.
No, it's fine.
Before we get into the dad jokes, though, I want to mention what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking about our weekly toy talks. We're going to get into some Superman Legacy news, Some crumbles have fallen from James Gunn's waist. Some things have been so far released. Maybe an actor or two that's going to be joining this movie. I'm really, really excited for this movie. I hope it does well. So we got some information on that. And then we're going to get into... We were thinking about what we could talk about that'd be fun in the pop culture toy world. Well, we decided to see... We just to make a list, right? We made a sort of a small list of vehicles that are iconic or that we think are iconic in our minds, in our opinions. So we are doing some of these amazing vehicles. We'll talk about them and, put mine, my top three, I guess, against yours. We'll see how it works out, but stay tuned for that. And then finally, we're going to get into the Guardians of the Galaxy spoiler filled. We'll give you plenty of warning before we talk about it, and we'll talk it at the very end of the show so you can enjoy the most of the show. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing. Go check it out. We've already talked about how good it was last week without any spoilers. Go and check it out. It is a great movie. Probably is going to be one of the best movies of this year in terms of what Marvel's pulling out, whether it be show or movie. James Gunn did a fantastic job. Let's say hi to everybody here. Cowabunga says, what's up? AI says, what's up? Hey, Cowabunga said he just saw it today. KJ Smith, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thank you for jumping on here. Okay, let's get into your favorite segment.
Yeah, my favorite.
See, you're already laughing. Look at that. See, A&R dad joke. Where's Jess? Is she ready to watch this?
I don't know. Maybe
it's gonna be a cracker.
I can't tell because she's just like, oh, dude.
No booze here. Sorry, this is how it works. If you're watching us and you're chatting with us live, you can let us know if the dad joke is good. Do hashtag dad. If it's bad, which it rarely is, hashtag sad. And you can play along with us on social media at ANR Universe. If you're listening to us, whether it be live or pre-recording or replay, you can always go to our social media handle at ANR Universe and let us know if this week's dad joke was hashtag dad or hashtag sad. All right, here we go. D, you ready?
Ready. Let's hear
You're not ready. You're not even looking at me.
I don't need to look at you.
Wow.
Look, Jess is ready and waiting.
Jess is ready. Okay, that's all that matters, I guess. That household.
Go.
All right, okay, here we go. Why did the police officer arrest the duck?
I don't even. Why?
It was selling quack. Get it? Quack.
All right, then.
Oh, man.
A for effort. Let's see what.
Huey, Dewey, Louie, pull me out of this misery. It was selling quack. That's right. Donald was finally handcuffed.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Donald was handcuffed. Just get over it. He's serving 5 to 10. Mickey can't even bail him out.
Oh, AI put dad? Okay.
Yeah. Woo. See, this is
I can't
good.
read this
I told
guy.
you it's good.
I can't read this guy sometimes.
Oh, Jess. She goes, Alvin, it's okay to ask for help if you need. Won't be asking you. All right, man. Let's get into our next segment since it was a success. I'm going to consider that a success. One hashtag dad considers a success. Okay. That was gold. See, that was
That was
gold.
something.
That
That was
was
something.
gold. That was something. That was gold. That's what it was. All right, let's get into what we watched and what we got. Go ahead, man.
Caught up on Ted. I'm enjoying it. I have nothing bad to say about it, really. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've got some mixed
Now,
feelings. Okay.
like it's found its groove again. I'm like,
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
you guys are
Okay.
doing.
Yeah. Back to the
guys are-
soccer players like it should be.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Before that, I saw what you're talking about though. Where I'm like, okay, they're
It was just I don't care they went that way, but it's just like you already have gold already with the players and their personalities, right? Stick to that.
yeah.
Because that's where the audience came in from because of the amazing personalities that team has. They tried it, and I think they realized probably somewhere in their writing there, hey, let's go back to that where we were successful, right?
Yeah. I did like the episode with his restaurant and his dad comes to town. Like I
Yeah.
liked that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. AI says Dee's reaction made it.
Yeah, sometimes I laugh.
It was it was inside laughter. If you don't know D, that's it's inside laughter.
Yeah, I don't really like express myself. It's all internal. So, but there are some where you catch me off guard and I like choke a little bit and I spit out a lot.
That's because you were probably eating food, right? You're like, oh, that was so funny. All right, what else?
Watch The Great with Nicholas Hoult, who we're gonna discuss later on. It's about Peter the Great, Catherine the Great, her rise to power in Russia, but it's a comedy. Like they all have British accents, even though they're Russian. Like it's weird, but I like it. And he's like a sexual deviant who kills everyone. Who kills everyone who gets like anytime someone bothers them, he just murders them, and it's this big weird thing. She overthrows him, but he's still in the castle, and they're trying to coexist. What else did I watch? I can't think of anything else. If I watched it, I was pretty busy with work and family stuff. I downloaded some PSN games. I'm playing Doom Eternal right now.
Okay.
I've never played it before. I like it a lot.
Cool.
So, and then what did I get? Oh,
is that a new shirt I see?
No, this is old.
That's so good.
This is an old one.
So, did you make that one?
Did I make it? No, I wish I did.
Oh, okay.
No, not this one.
Somebody else took your your artistic talents
my
and put it on the shirt. Yeah, your ideas.
So I was waiting for Nightwing, and then I got a package like, oh, thank God it's him. And then she showed up, and I was like, immediately, I was like, ugh.
What do you mean? Ugh. You don't like that?
I forgot I even ordered her. And the fact that it wasn't Nightwing, like it just destroyed all my love for this figure. I was like, but then several hours later, our boy showed up. So I'm happy.
You got him.
Yeah, he showed up today.
I missed the pre-order. I missed the payment email. I don't know why it keeps going to my junk mail.
Oh, I didn't pay. They charged me at the door, so you'll be fine, I think.
What do you mean charge you at the door?
He had a debit machine.
For the figure or the customs fee?
The customs.
No. Mine's even further back. Mine, Ami notice. My Ami notice to pay went to for I don't know what it is. Every once in a while, it goes to my junk mail by auto. I'll get some on my regular inbox, and then some of these will creep into the junk mail. Storm was one of them, and then I guess this one went into as well. So I saw it yesterday.
They put a timeline on though, because I accidentally ordered two, and the Ami one I'm ignoring, but it's you have until the 19th to pay. So
okay, well I paid it. I paid it already, so the both are coming. So I've got two coming, but it'll probably be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm thinking. There's some questions here creeping up already up in the chat here. So if you don't mind, I'll just answer them quickly here. AI says, you guys watching Barry? I'm not. Are you?
No. So we used to watch it before. Is it worth checking out this one, AI?
I think it's a series finale. That's from what I hear. I've never watched a single episode. I'm not a fan of the actor.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as funny, but I've heard good things about the show. But I do know it's on its last season, I believe. Yeah, let me know. I think it is on the last season.
I don't even think he's comedic in this. So I don't know. You don't really like murderers and stuff though.
I'm not into that Dexter stuff. I'm not into that stuff. I see enough bad things in this world. I don't need to see make believe.
Yeah, just step out. Open the newspaper lately.
Yeah. Nightmare Nemo says, "What's up? Hello, Nightmare. Anyone playing Zelda?" Cowabunga says, "Yeah. I think you are, right?"
No, I bought it for Jess. I haven't. She hasn't opened it yet.
Somebody in your household is gonna
Someone
be
in our
playing it.
house got it.
I can't play this. It'll consume my life, and I have a million things to do. One sweet day in the summer this year, I'll probably play it. I can't play these games anymore, man. I love Zelda. You saw me buy the
Yeah.
new OLED Nintendo Switch. I love Zelda, but I cannot, for the life of me, have enough time to play games like this. I
It is
just
so
don't.
it's so open world that I think you'll
Oh,
just be
this thing's like I heard 3
you'll be there
times
for
as big as the
hours.
last game.
Yeah.
I just can't do
Well,
it.
it's the same map, but they expanded on it. Like
Yeah.
the towns are actually built up and stuff. It's cool. Like I didn't even. It wasn't on my radar. I love Zelda, and I would have gotten it, but just like, oh, are you gonna get this? Like everyone's praising it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have time. And she kept bringing it up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, obviously you want this game. So
she's very, very crafty.
She's like, hey, so like, did
how
you
about that
decide
game that you really like?
Did you decide on it yet? I'm like, no, I've been thinking about it, but it was on my desk the whole time, and I was just waiting to give it to her. So we'll see. Obviously, it's gonna be good.
Before we were interrupted by these amazing people, you were saying something else?
Oh, you're talking about payment, but you paid it already?
Yeah, I've already paid it. It's en route. I'm not worried about it. I bought 2 of them because I thought maybe if you missed out on one,
Yeah,
I would have 2 so we could have one each because I
just
know how
in
big
case.
of a fan you are
Yeah.
of Nightwing. So I doubled up just in
Thank
case.
you. I appreciate
But you got one, you're good. If it breaks, you know who to call.
Yeah. I'd be so furious. Oh, and I got I'm gonna paint this guy, but I got medieval spawn. You know
Yes,
me.
you were really geeked up. So you were actually stoked about this. You were telling everybody in the group, and I was over there going.
I know. I don't care.
No,
aside from
nor
like,
should you. It's your guy. It's your guy.
Yeah, McFarlane's hit or miss for me, but his spawn stuff, there's nowhere else to go.
You're right. There never will be.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned, and like that makes sense. But sometimes people are like, why do you buy these domestic like Hasbro stuff and this? I'm like, if you find me an import company that will make a full team of X-Men or the Avengers within this decade, then sure, I'll go with that. But I'm not waiting until
where we
like
at with
2035.
Bayfax out? We got Storm so far. Maybe in 5 years we'll have the whole team. Yeah,
right. So sometimes you got to settle the Hasbro route.
Sometimes I know. I hear you. I hear it all the time from people. Oh, you should be collecting Mezco. They're amazing. I do collect Mezco. Just if you want me to get a team together, it's going to be a while. So what do you want me to do? Wait 10 years?
1 year they show like the shoulder coming soon, and then 5 years later it's like, all right, pre-orders are going up. It's like, Jesus.
Like they got Fantastic Four coming out, but then they already talk about Doom. I'm like, can we just get the team first?
Yeah.
Forget the bad guys. Let's get the team out here first.
Yeah, they have a habit of doing that.
No one's, saying negative about the quality of some of these companies, but in terms of getting a team out, man, it takes forever.
Yeah.
So Marvel Legends, that's where it's at, right? If you want the team. And just they keep giving you different varieties too, right? So I appreciate it. It is what it is. All right.
You
good?
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. Ted Lasso, been watching that. I've been watching this new show on Apple Plus or Apple TV, Apple Plus. So many plus. Apple TV, Silo. It's 3 episodes in. Man, the first episode was a banger. It was just fire. It sucked you in, right?
Yeah.
Then the 3rd episode, I'm like, is this the same show? Like, what happened here? What happened to all that mystery about, I don't want to give it away, but the mystery and, what's happening around the corner, what's going to happen next. It just did a 180 for me. It just changed the whole, okay, now it's about this and we care about this. Why? Why am I going to care about what's happening internally? Like, I don't know. You have to watch it and then you're going to see what I'm talking about. But I don't know. I hope it comes out every Friday, new episode. So I'm hoping this Friday, that was just like a burner episode, like a filler thing to give you a little bit more depth about some of the characters. And now we're going to go back to what matters the most.
Was episode 2 all right? I haven't seen any. Like
episode 1 and 2 are... Yeah, episode 1 and 2 are sort of connected. They brought them both out day 1. So they're like part 1 and part 2. Episode 3 is, in my mind, sort of a filler episode. It does change direction quite a bit. But yeah, I'm hoping episode 4 kind of refocuses and goes back. If they totally negate what happened in episode 1 and 2, I might walk away from this show. Because I don't have time for this, man. Like, don't play games with me. Right? You're saying?
No, I was gonna say like, how many episodes is it slotted for? Like,
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's probably gonna
because
get.
if it's a limited series and then they like do
No,
this,
no. It looks like it's gonna be going for a couple of years. That's what they want. But you know how
okay,
these shows are, man. Like
yeah,
all these HBO shows and all these Amazon Plus shows, they take years for the next season to show up, right? Full two
that's what I was.
years minimum. Full 2 years minimum for some of these shows.
I was trying to watch Sweet Tooth again, even though it's Netflix. Like, I
I,
don't
I
even remember. I don't remember what any of you were going through.
they
And then
lost me, man. They lost me
girl shows
hard.
up, and I'm like, were you part of their crew? I'm like, I guess you were because you know them all, but I don't remember you. Like, yeah,
They lost me.
just
That gap,
because of
they
how long.
lost me.
Okay,
I didn't go bother to watch second
no, you're
episode.
done with it.
I'll maybe circle back in the summer when I'm really bored, but right now I've got so much things on my plate. So yeah, no, I'll have time maybe probably in the summer. What else did I watch? I watched Air, the
Okay,
Michael Jordan shoe story. Have you heard about
yeah,
this?
yeah. A lot of people are talking about that
I
too.
am so disappointed with this movie.
Really?
So disappointed in this movie.
Huh?
For a
Is it
movie
because they don't?
that's about Michael Jordan,
I was gonna ask, is that the reason? Because as someone told me,
they didn't even get a stand-in actor. They didn't even they had one, but the person spoke one word in the entire movie.
you don't
Hello.
see him, right?
You do see him in glimpse in a corner, an angle, silhouette,
Just like
all that.
silhouettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You see him from a side view, but you never ever see him up in front of the camera, which is such a disappointment. Yeah, this is a young Jordan. You can get some actor to play that character. You don't have to bring Jordan into the goddamn movie, but still, it's just like
I guess they just didn't want him to be the focus at all whatsoever, like at all.
But how can you not have him
I know
part of
it's
the
weird.
movie? Like, it's so weird. That brought me down a couple of notches. It's an 8 out of 10 for me.
It's still good though. Still
Yeah,
watchable.
still a good movie. I think Matt Damon does a fantastic job in this movie. All the other guys that are part of it, like Chris Tucker's in it.
Yeah.
Right. Finally comes back to the big screen. He does a pretty good job. The rest of the cast does a really good job. Ben Affleck's in it too. But Matt Damon really takes this movie and kind of runs with it. And if it wasn't for this debacle of trying to get Michael Jordan in the front, if they were able to do that, then I think this movie would be a 9 out of 10 for me. They made the mother center attention in this movie, but from all accounts that I heard, it was not just the mother, it was Michael as well pushing for some things. But yeah, I mean, Viola Davis was not bad. She was all right.
She's always good. I trust her in general. She's
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, but shame on them for not having young Michael Jordan there. Yeah, Jason Bateman was pretty good too. Yeah, he did a good job too. Him and Matt Damon were really good together as a pairing. They did a good job. Yeah. So I watched that. What else? I really get to just watch anything else. Been really busy this week. Just trying to get some stuff done. What did I get? Okay, well, I got everyone's favorite Saiyan, Vegeta.
Did Trunks show up too, or no? He's not out yet.
No.
That's
so he's got that like goldish type of hair now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the yellow type of hair more.
Do you? You don't like the like translucent gold and like translucent?
Well, this
blue?
is not translucent. This is pretty.
No, I mean like the Super Saiyan God ones. You know, sometimes they're see through. Other times it's like light.
I don't
blue.
mind those ones, but I do like the yellow comic,
like
animated
blonde,
type
blonde.
of blonde. Yeah, got that. I don't even know why I got this guy. He looks pretty cool, but I've only watched one episode. This chainsaw man.
No, it's good you got him because he's good to have. He's cool.
Yeah, he looks cool. I mean, he's awesome. Kind of creeps me out a little bit because it's one of the creepiest things I have in my collection. I might just look for. Does he have a regular head?
He's
No, he does not.
He might come with an old head. It might be in the back. I don't know. I don't have that.
Maybe. I have to check, but yeah, he's got things going on for him. He looks like something from Home Depot.
He's a demon. He's cool. I have a demon guy.
I did get one thing in. So I got an 8.5 rating of this comic book. If you recognize it.
Oh yeah. Do you did you buy it and it was graded or did you mail it in?
It was graded already.
Get a slab for that.
Yeah, the interesting thing is it's signed by Stan Lee.
Oh, nice.
It's in the inside of the comic. Stan Lee. Yeah, I'm gonna get this graded.
Oh, was that one of the auction stuff you did?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
I do have the Alice Cooper guitar outside of the room here,
yeah,
signed by him. I have that. What else do I have? Oh, I also have the Mayweather belt outside signed. Money Team Mayweather. One of his belts, not his actual belt, a replica of a nice. It's really heavy too. It's actually got leather to it. It's got Tyson's face on there. It's got Muhammad Ali's face on there, and it's got Mayweather on there. And on the back of the belt, he signed his name in nice silver sharpie.
that's cool.
So I got that.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
pretty
get
cool.
it like the suede backing or something?
I'm trying to decide because I do collect WWE belts,
Yeah,
and I got a bunch of those. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do and how I want to display them. Um, yeah, but the next stuff that I'm going to be looking into is some Pokemon cards and some more comics. So I'll be looking into that and see if I. It'll be cool to collect with my son because he wants to collect some Pokemon stuff. So it'll be awesome. But that is all I've got. Oh, one other thing I got. What the hell do you do for a living? So maybe we should wait till I finish saying this. What else did I get? Got myself a brand new Toyota Supra. I've wanted this car since I was a kid, and I finally got it. I pulled it a 2023 white Toyota Supra. It's in my garage right now, and boy, do I love it more than my kids.
do you have two?
I have two kids. Yes.
No, no, no. Two previous cars. Like, where do you park them now?
Well, I've got the
Or
SUV for the
street
wife.
parking, I guess, for the
No,
other.
no, no.
The
I've
other.
got a carport as well next
Yeah,
to my garage. So I parked the family SUV, which is my wife's, and then I
yeah.
bought a brand new Civic for my kids last year to teach them to drive because they're getting of age now. And then I bought the Supra for myself in the garage. And yeah, I told my kids I love this car more than them. Not just kidding. I
Don't
didn't say
even, don't
that.
even, don't even look at it. Don't even touch
Don't
it.
even. Yeah, they're in awe. I'm like, nope, nobody's touching this. But yeah, that is that is my collection for this week. Not bad, huh? Not bad, not bad. Get
That's a
to
haul, if I were. That counts. That counts as part of
yeah,
your
I
haul.
guess it counts, right? Yeah. People like, does it really?
Yeah, I don't see
Oh,
why
how
not.
do I get out of it? I contort. I do contorts now. I took some lessons on YouTube. I'm able to contort my body to get out of it. Trust me. I had a friend of mine who's a lot more, let's say, limber than me, and he had a difficult time getting out of it. He's like, dude, you're gonna give me arthritis getting out of this thing, man.
Is it because it's so low and the knees are like?
It's so low, and you're gonna get a concussion if you bring your head down, and if you
Yeah.
don't duck, you're gonna concuss yourself for sure. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fit you are, how small you are. It doesn't matter. You will hurt yourself getting in and out of this car. My wife, I took her for a drive, and she's like, "What is going on here?" And she's pretty, she's like a little bit smaller than me, but she's in good shape. And she's like, "What is going on here?"
She's like,
I
I'm
was
never
like,
getting in this thing
"Yeah."
again.
She's like, "This is disaster. Get away from me." She goes, "I'll give my SUV better." My old niece can barely climb out of the old one. Toy collection goes in the second house. What second house? What
No,
is
no.
this
If
guy
he had
talking
tenants,
about?
he just evicts tenants or just gets
I
his
do
kids
not
out of
evict
the
tenants. Stop saying that.
house.
All right. Okay. Let's get into our first segment. It's a not segment. First part of the big topics. The toy talk of the week. Let's roll.
So
What do we
we've seen
got?
this guy like 3 times now. Here's a special edition.
Special edition.
Yeah, it's
Looks good though. Looks
Superman and
good.
Shane. And, I mean, it's McFarlane. It's just a repaint. The metallic looks more metallic. It's dry brushed. Comes with a different stand, but it's the Superman and chained armor.
Mhm.
Only 10,000 pieces. I don't need it. I don't. I don't know. I don't like this armor. It's fine. But for anyone who's in love with this, they can get it again for the 4th time. I think the 3rd
You
time.
know what I do appreciate? I just love the appreciate of him trying to make it special as possible.
Yeah,
The cover, the way he's put the figure in the package. He's trying to do his best, and the gold label, of course, trying to make it unique and special for some people.
I'm
And
curious though, like
10,000 pieces.
why this specific armor? Like, did Is this a fan favorite? I don't see anyone talking about it ever. I don't. It's never come back again. So it's
I'm
just
wondering
weird.
if it's the cost of making this mold.
Yeah, he's recouping his money, but
Yeah.
there's so many other things you could have.
Because what other figure are you going to use this mold from?
Yeah.
Like the
But
legs,
they're
arms of
all
all the.
none of he doesn't really reuse them. He repaints molds. So yeah, I guess like he seems to be okay with just making a new mold for every character that he makes.
Which is crazy. It's
But
crazy, man.
but then he does the whole variant thing with an alt head, or here's one weapon in this box, here's a different weapon in this version. Like it's the same figure with different weapons or heads. So every company has their weird thing. Hasbro does their weird thing where you get these stupid 2-packs with a stupid character that you don't want. His is releasing the same
Are you
figure.
trying to vent here about something?
No, maybe I don't know yet.
maybe a certain 2-pack figure that you're just upset there's 2-pack.
But yeah, here's an example.
Oh, good God! Oh.
The Dark Knight Returns Joker version of the Batman.
Did he
Batman.
let his children color it or something with Crayola?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Crayola's like, go ahead, kids. He must have took it to elementary school. That's what it was.
This one seems like less effort was put into this one. Like I've seen his Joker.
Batman if you're listening to us, we're talking about Batman, a really, really colorful Batman from McFarlane.
Just Joker colors, purple,
yeah,
neon
Target
green.
Exclusive, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Gold label.
But again, did anyone ask for that? Well, I'm sure some people did. That's I know it's a weird question. It's like, did anyone want this? Someone out there is gonna want this. But he didn't really change anything up on this. He just painted the lipsticks over the face. It's not even a different face. He wrote ha 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 all over it, and he made the belt neon green. And then the purple has some, like the Bat logo has some purple on it, as well as the gloves.
I don't want to be negative here, but because I've collected for a long time and I paused and I collected again, there was, I looked at my collection before 2010, and then I looked at my collection after 2010. They were miles apart in technology and looks and everything. Miles apart, as they should be, because obviously decades technology gets better. I don't know if this is gonna stand the test of time in 5 years. Like, this is not gonna age well, some of this stuff, and people are gonna regret buying a lot of these figures from Todd. And I don't want to be so negative, but I'm just telling you, like, from experience, some of these figures are just gonna be like piled on some dumpster somewhere. Like, people are gonna be like, why did I even buy this stuff?
It's just like it's a peg warmer. I don't know. And
It's
in the States,
it's more than that, I think.
The States is a different story from what I could tell, because all the ones I seen and passed by, people on Facebook like, oh, I got this today. I'm like, I saw like 7 of those things. Like, is this guy important? Like, is he hard to get? I'm like, you didn't see 7. I'm like, here's a picture.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Can you grab me one? I'm like, no, because you were a jerk about it. But like, I don't understand the difference in, maybe it's because it's a Canadian thing and he's Canadian. I don't know.
I just think it's more readily available.
Yeah.
I think he's done a good. That's one thing he's done. He's done a good job of making sure all the areas of the States have gotten this, or most of them, and he keeps reissuing more and more. It keeps coming, right? And he pulls it out in droves. Like Marvel Legends, you'll see maybe 10 Spider-Mans on a rack. He'll put 20 Batmans on the rack.
Yeah.
Like he's just crazy. He's nuts, and we see it here locally. There is quite a bit still peg warming, and I bet you if you still wanted Wave 1 from like 2 or 3 years ago, you could still find it here. I am telling you, if you look hard enough, somebody has it.
People are like, oh, I need Action Comics. Like, I see them selling like Action Comics Superman $200. I'm like, he's like $30. What are you guys talking about? I'm like, you're an idiot. I'm like, no, I swear to God, he's still on that shit. Like, I don't know. Again, distribution, different areas, different peg warmers.
But I don't know. I just think these figures, I mean, I could be way off and, not know what I'm talking about. But based on past experience, some of these figures, I think, are just not going to age well. And a lot of people are going to regret buying some of these figures. Yeah, especially this one here. This one is going to be a dumpster fire.
I think he, since he's listened to the fans and he's made like changes as he goes, like they're getting better. But then he will bring something like this guy back or this guy back. So while he's making progress, we still see versions of the ones we hated before because he keeps re-releasing them. Like even your AI is like, that's a terrible repaint. Do you like McFarlane Toys AI? I don't remember. But anyone who likes that, that's fine. Like clearly I buy Spawn stuff. I have a few DC figures for characters that I'll never see any other company make. So
well, yeah, Spawn's unique, right? You're not gonna see
that, and I wanted like Ghostmaker he's a Batman character as well. No company's gonna make him. He trained with Bruce. He looks cool. But it is what it is. So I was watching this a bit. Brick something. I didn't realize I don't know if it's an ongoing show, but he was talking about
Yeah, go follow these dudes. I've watched some of their episodes. Go follow them. Nice people. I don't even
know what it's called. Monkey Business, Episode 1, Primal Battles.
I think they had another channel. Brick something was part of another channel, but hey, if this is their first episode, go watch and support them. This is a community. Go do your thing. Get other people perspective on figures and what's going on in the figure world. I am not buying any of these things.
No, I like the look.
They look good, but I'm just not buying any of them. No, too many animal figures coming out of everywhere, man. Like, yeah, stop with this nonsense.
They're jumping on the
everybody
train.
Trying to get on that gravy train. Come on, stop it.
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, I said you can stop it now. I didn't say stop it back then.
No,
we got our fair share now. We got our fair share. Stop.
No, it's just funny because it all started with like you get a tiger here and then a wolf.
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I want to see animals go to the zoo. Stop it.
But yeah, interesting tidbits. I didn't realize they made a board game.
That's pretty cool.
And you use the figures on so that'd be cool for anyone who's into that stuff. It gives you a good excuse to buy the figures, and if you're into like D&D type games,
my boy Darth is here. Yeah, sub Darth.
I don't know if these guys have a problem with me showing their pictures. I apologize, but you're also on YouTube already.
Look,
so
if they got a problem, they can take it up with me. We're trying to.
They were already on. It's free marketing. It's free marketing.
Yeah, it's just
go check out Highly Articulated. With
how dare you guys talk about our show? No, go check them out.
They do look cool, but I don't need a shelf of like
as I don't know, a figure for your game, maybe. Yeah. It's better than a thumble and a hat, right? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Come on, people.
I did like the gorilla, but again, I'd have to.
He reminds you of what's the name? Solomon Grundy. That's why.
No, you're thinking about Grodd. Are you thinking Grodd?
Grodd. Yeah, Grodd. Yeah. It's not Grundy. Yeah, Grodd. He reminds you of him. That's why.
I don't know. He just looks cool. But again,
what is that supposed to be? Puma?
Yeah, he looks cool. Oh, this?
No, the animal. Is it a puma?
I think so.
Okay. Or maybe a mountain lion?
Could be anything. Just a generic cat man.
Yeah, it's at this point like, well, okay. It's a cat. I guess you can fudge these guys with He-Man, stuff like that.
That's what I mean. Like, you could put them with like maybe a one-off.
Are they 6-inch?
Yeah, they scale with them.
Okay.
Like I was thinking of the gorilla for that reason, like just have him as like there's always a one animal character or something that can talk. I don't know. But again.
Yeah, Grodd. You can get it from Todd McFarlane. Who'll be like 10 times the size.
I don't want his neon armor.
You look like King Kong, don't worry.
No, thank you. Obviously you're getting this. MDLX Starscream.
Mwah.
He looks beautiful.
Remember that guy that drops salt like this? Something like that? I'm gonna do that at the box when I get it.
Sprinkle. Anyone listening, it's the smaller version. It's the MDLX.
Come to Daddy. Come to me. I shall buy you.
So far, I like every single.
Is it out for sale yet?
No, I haven't seen any. I keep checking.
Big Bad Toy Store. Come on, baby. Get the pre-order out. Oh yeah.
They've been late lately.
I haven't heard any negative talk about this guy. Everybody that I've talked to that is into Transformers, they all love this figure.
There are some diehard.
Yeah, well, you know what? Too bad.
I'm not hating on them, but they're like, no, it doesn't look G1, and I'm like,
it's not supposed to be G1.
What more do you want? It has the G1 respect going on, but it's modernized. Like exactly. I don't want them to look like Lego blocks all the time. They might
wish
get
they
around
made.
to it. AI.
I
AI says
I
yes
have
to
a
DLX.
feeling that they will make DLX version of this guy. I think they will.
They're just
If sales
very
of this
slow.
goes well, they might do that. Oh, you gotta just enlarge the mold,
Yeah.
right?
They
But
gotta. They gotta.
let me ask AI here: like, why do you want the DLX one? Is it do you collect a lot of the bigger? Because they're pretty big, right? They're
I think
like
he has
Titan
all of them. I
sizes
think he has all
for.
of them so far.
Well, how many are there? Is there like
From
4?
actually, it
How
depends
many
because
of the
they have
yeah?
the movie versions, and
Oh,
then they
I'm not
have.
talking about the movie version. I'm talking about like this specific look, this genre, the G1 type of look. They
Hmm.
probably got 4. Well, AI will let me know. Forget the movie ones. Those insect looking ones. I don't count those ones. Aside from those guys, how many of them are there from the DLX line?
Will the DLX do classic and then Siege? Are those separate?
I wonder if they're gonna drop the DLX line for this.
I hope not. But it
Yeah, I
seems
mean,
like they do Marvel as well. They do
oh,
other.
okay. So he's saying most of his collection is 1/6 scale. So I'm wondering if you collect Hot Toys. Probably. I'm thinking you should. If they're probably the best 1/6 scale you could get for a lot of these genres. I mean, they're expensive as you know what,
Yeah.
but yeah. No,
It
I'm
also
excited, man.
it
I'm
also
excited.
seems like they are focusing more on the Bumblebee movie looks of the characters
Oh,
and the other movies.
he's got the movie ones. Even the mosquito and the bug looking type of guys. Come on, AI. Just kidding. Dude, you do you. It's your.
They're pretty good at. They're pretty
I'm
good.
not.
The Bumblebee.
I do not like any of them.
Like,
Any of them.
what about that Bumblebee scene on Cybertron?
What about that Bumblebee?
He looks great. Like
No, we
Optimus
good. We
look. He
good with
look.
this one. We good with this one. We
He
good.
he looks exactly like this, but bigger.
Yeah, we good. We good. Nah.
I get it. I understand. I have my
Hey,
one
no
Bumblebee.
disrespect to anybody that does collect that stuff. I've said it before. You do you, but for me personally, I do not like any of the movie figures at all. I don't own any of them. I never have, never will. The only one I owned, and it's because of my son when he was really young, is the Camaro Bumblebee from Hasbro. The very first one that they made from that movie line. That's the only one I own, and I don't even know where it is nowadays. My son had it.
I
That's
was
it.
never into that look, like
But you
at
know,
all.
kids when they're young, they love.
No, I know, but like I'm
They
like,
were all
okay,
into that
Bumblebee,
stuff.
and I'm like, okay, I know you're not a Beetle or a Beat, but
Oh,
you can get away with it. Hot
if
Toys,
you've got a great Hot Toy collection, kudos to you, man. Hot Toys are absolutely beautiful stuff. They make some of the most gorgeous figures ever. Period. I can't get into it. I got my comic book Spider-Man stuff, but I just can't get into it. I do not have the ability to house 1/6 scale figures in my house. And it's
I only
only
have
because of that
six.
reason.
I only have 6/1/6 scale figures.
Yeah,
No,
it's only because of that reason because I value 1/12 figures more than 1/6 scales. I'm not saying they're not great. It just for me, I personally prefer 1/12 because I can get more of them into my room. So just based on space alone is the only reason. Mega Tank
Transformers are like
Megatron is much cooler. Ooh, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, how can a full size robot turn into a gun at half his size? Physically, it's not possible. But I still prefer the gun.
you do.
I still
I
prefer the
like
gun.
I like the tech too. I have this Iron Factory one. Like I
Yeah,
like the look of.
I don't
I like
mind
his.
it, but yeah, for me, he has. He says he has too many. No such thing. No such thing.
As long as you have the space.
Oh, stop this, Cowbunga. Your son probably left in the pool house. You mean the YMCA? That's what you mean. The YMCA. Yeah, you're gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
Yeah,
It's
no
a
questions asked.
no-brainer.
No hesitation.
No brainer.
What else we got here? Oh, this is more so for me. It's the Nendroid Tails. I have
Ooh,
Sonic,
wow.
so I'm gonna get him and Knuckles.
How big is the figure?
They're
Do you have one?
like, yeah, I have one.
Silly question.
Yeah,
Do you have one?
I have
He's
him
like,
and Mega
where
Man.
should I begin?
Yeah, they're about 4 inches, so he scales with he
He's so
technically
cute.
scales with
That's
everything.
awesome. That's so cute. You're probably excited for him.
It's been like, I feel like it's been like 8 to 10 years since Sonic came out. So it's one of those things where like you took so long, I don't really care, but here you are. So I'm gonna add you to my collection.
Nice, nice.
And they always have accessories, so I'm excited for
Oh, they
that.
like to drink a lot, huh?
Apparently, yeah, all the
Tails a
accessories
little
are
bit
just
of
drinks.
alky, eh?
Holy moly! I didn't even look at these. Why do you need so many drinks?
Get which one?
Oh, it's a random. It's a random drink as a bonus.
Oh, you get one of these sets?
Yeah, I guess it's a
Oh, that
bonus.
kind of sucks. Just
But
give
they
them
do
a.
come with.
Why
He
do they
comes
just
with
sell this as a
accessories.
set?
He comes with other accessories.
Oh, Tails?
Elvin
No,
doesn't care
no.
about Tails. He has no. He has no reason to get him of all people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you're gonna get one, it'd be like a Superman or a Ninja Turtle or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what else we got here? Oh yeah, here's what's on 1/6 Mondo. You, I don't recall if you got a Mondo Batman.
No,
I
I
think
did
you're
not. No,
strictly
no.
He-Man for you.
That's a
Strictly not.
slippery slope there. That's a slippery slope.
Anyone
No.
listening, it's the Harley Quinn from Mondo Toys. It's a 1/6 scale. They're pretty pricey, so I don't have any of them. They do look nice though. Captures the animated look very
Yeah, it
well.
looks really nice. I love the hyenas. That's so cool. Why couldn't Mayfex do that?
Yeah.
Darn it. Mayfex, if you're watching,
You were
if you want to
huh?
copy these guys, please. I will buy this accessory set if you do it.
What was the issue with the Mayfex one?
There's no issue with the figure. It didn't come with these hyenas.
It didn't come with anything.
Yeah, it
Came
didn't
with
come
a
with a bowl of like dog meat. Look at that. That's so dope. I would love that.
no
No
gun.
gun? Why do you need a gun? We got 2 hyenas.
I'm pretty sure WB mandated they don't want guns with their figures.
Yeah.
Same reason like
I lost a gun for the Joker one, remember?
Yeah.
They never gave it to us. They had it in the original mock-up, but then they took it out in the processing.
Yeah. Same with Yamaguchi. No gun. Yeah, they don't want WB doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Despite the fact they just pump out comics where Joker's slitting throats and blasting head like no tomorrow.
But those were butter knives there, D. Those are butter knives.
Yeah, okay.
Those are butter knife Ds.
At first, like the companies, I remember when they first like the gun was removed from like Yamaguchi and Mayfex, they blamed the companies like, oh, they ripped us off. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure like DC told them they weren't allowed.
Yeah.
And then that's what it ended up being.
Well, they've got Jim Lee at the helm now of the CEO of DC. So I'm wondering if he's going to make some changes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see.
He just got the job. He was appointed the job recently.
What did I bring up? Like 2 weeks ago? A week and a half ago? Yeah.
Let's see what he does. It'll be interesting. I know more animation is on the way. I know that. Yay.
Yeah.
I think somebody was asking me if I was going to put Tails. No, I'm not going to put Tails. I am going to be putting, though, I don't know, I'm going to do some sort of design wrap or something. But I'm going to be putting this guy's on my 2 cars. If you don't mind, I'm just going to share this here if you don't mind.
1 second. So it doesn't freeze.
So I'm going to do this. This is going to be on the right is...
Oh, that's why you're talking about them.
Yeah, so on the right will be... I'm almost pronouncing this right. Ryujin or Raijin. Raijin will be deckled on my Supra. He's the god of thunder. And then for my... the Fujin is the Type R that's on the way for me. I'll be putting that Fujin, the god of wind, on my Civic Type R. So those are my... And they're always seen together. Isn't that cool? I was looking up. I'm like, what kind of name should I put? And then I looked these 2 up. I'm like, this is awesome. So they will be the names of my 2 cars on my license plate and on the decal. So, yeah. Anyways, back to reality here. You were saying.
Yeah, too bad 1/6 doesn't catch my attention.
Yeah, it sucks. I would have loved to get some of those accessories. Oh, well. put Flash there, dude.
We'll see how his movie does first before I decide if I'm a fan still or not.
Did you get your tickets to Spider-Man?
Jess did. Jess always does.
We're gonna go Friday. We're gonna go Friday lunchtime to see it.
Yeah.
And then I don't think you're gonna like this, but I got early access to Transformers. You're like, ew, gross, spit.
Good God.
My son wanted to see it, so we got early fan.
No judgment, no judgment. I'm sure like the action
It's gonna
scenes will
be
be
garbage.
Cool.
You
It'll
know
be
it, and I
fine.
know
It'll
it.
be fine.
It's gonna be a dog pile of you know what.
All it has to do is be better than the Netflix movie where they meet each other. That's all you got to do, guys. What else we got here? So back to Hasbro. So we got Comic Drax and what's her name? Moondragon. I forgot her name. Yeah, I think that's it. So it's her. It's Drax and his.
He looks like an 80s superhero.
It's his. The soul of his daughter is in her body, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Like Comic Drax is different. Where
that would be such a good movie.
He was abducted and transformed to be the one who kills Thanos. Like he basically cancels out Thanos' power somehow. I don't understand really how that works. So he wasn't a race of people like he was in the movie. He was just transformed into this, and then his daughter's soul was taken as well. I don't know.
This guy flashes on his. I don't have a Corvette.
Not yet.
Get out of here. All right. Yeah, you want this? Because
no,
I haven't pre-ordered this either yet.
I don't really want it. I don't really like this look for Drax. I know it's his like classic look and his powered up look, but
I think he'll look cool with this guy, Star-Lord, together.
Like if you have a shelf with like cosmic heroes, he look great on it.
I'll wait for a sale.
Basically, I don't know. He's just he's not one of the ones I'm dying to get, you know?
Yeah.
See, Darth quit, but he wants it. What?
They always pull you back in.
Why does this stand out to you?
They always pull you back in, Darth.
I would have wanted him.
You didn't quit, bro. If you're going back into it,
you just took a break.
Yeah, exactly. A timeout, shall we say?
I would have preferred him on the Warpath body, the like Omega Red body, and that Venom body, where he's not huge, but he's still clearly bigger than everyone else. And has the butterfly joints, and so you get your sweet accessories, hands.
Hey, hands. That's
hands and a head. She's not double jointed.
Is she not?
I guess
pinless?
she pinless, but not double jointed arms.
Yeah.
I guess they spent all the money on her chest window. No bicep swivel. Old arms.
What a disappointment.
Old ass arms. It's because every time we see a new upper body, they give us old pieces, and I'm betting that's why. Like, oh, that chest window and cape, they're new, so you have to use these old arms. But Spiral has skin toned arms that are double jointed elbows. Why don't they reuse those? I'm pretty sure Elektra is as well. Again, skin toned arms, double jointed. Why not use those ones? Is what it is.
He says he doesn't know why he catches his attention.
Sometimes that's cool. I don't know why this ugly dirtbag catch my attention, but I love him. So I got him. No judgment at all.
Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. I'll get this set in a bit. I'm not dying to get it out there.
Nemo says they're lazy. It's not even a matter of being lazy anymore. The arms exist. All you have to do is just take them from another figure. The mold exists already. They've been using it.
What else we got?
This is a surprise for me now. Oh, so I missed the pre-order. It's the Mythic Legion. You know how they have the
Mythic Legions?
Like the Krampus and the Santa and
I see. Okay,
this looks
amazing.
The four Figura Obscura. It's the 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
So this is their 4th one, I think. And the pre-order was a stealth drop on the 13th. Big Bad Toy Store usually gets them later on too. So if anyone missed them, you can. But he looks cool. Our friend Brad was talking about wanting a Monkey King. And
he looks awesome.
Omar, I think, posted this on his Discord.
What I've been watching a lot of people buy Mythic Legion not because they like the figures, because they go up in value, and so many of them just want to resell and make a quick buck out of it. That's why I don't collect Mythic Legions, because people are so greedy in this line. A lot of them you watch they just go and wait, sit on it, and then go on eBay and sell it. There's so many of them on eBay.
For the like this Four Horsemen's one resale $200 already. Or $69.
See what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do know some people do collect them, like actually collect them and open them up, which is
Yeah,
cool.
Ryan loves these things.
Yeah, and good for them. I'm like I said, not into these stuff as much. They are awesome. He does look amazing.
And you're still waiting for your Cosmic Legion. So
yeah, I mean it's only been almost 2 years. So
at
this point, I've just put it away and locked it away in my memory bank.
Yeah,
and it shows up. It shows up. Yeah.
So,
but it'll probably be my last. It'll probably be my last of Mythic Legions.
So you skipped over Mythic Legions entirely.
Yeah, I just
and then Cosmic Legions you tried out.
Yeah, because I wanted to fit into the space of.
They look fantastic. I love.
They look great. Yeah, and so I wanted to get that space sort of background with characters.
Yeah.
So.
And then the Figura Obscura. So Monkey King's the newest. Father Christmas, they have Headless Horseman and Krampus. So they're doing more. They didn't intend to do like seasonal, like they didn't mean to do Christmas and Halloween. They just wanted like mythical creatures like Monkey King, so they're gonna start doing more of these ones.
Cool.
Nightmare Nemo's in the same boat as you. You guys are tapped out and you don't even have them yet. What's this one? Oh, didn't see a price or anything. It's Earthquake, Storm Collectibles. It's an SNK character, I believe, for Samurai Showdown.
Wow.
Storm does no wrong in my eyes. I don't have any.
They know how to make some big figures, man.
Yeah, they all look great. I'd have nothing bad to say about them.
That looks awesome.
And then I think our friend Telly's the only one who gets these things.
Yeah.
Then we have Ball Phoenix from Tekken 7s.
I think Telly's more of an MK fan.
MK guy?
Yeah.
And possibly Street Fighter. But you said they didn't finish the line properly. They kind of gave up.
We just got Balrog after like a 1 year hiatus. They bring one figure out from Street Fighter per year, max.
Yeah.
Before that, it was a reissue, or not reissue, another version of Zangief, and then before that it was E Honda. But yeah, we just get one per year. That's it. Meanwhile, we'll get like 30 Mortal Kombat figures. So I don't know what's happening here. I have no idea. Like, it's so weird.
Accidentally skipped over him. I'm trying to keep it consistent. And then we have Devil Jin from Tekken 7. I keep trying to watch Tekken Bloodlines on, I think it's on Netflix, but I never finish it. The story seems interesting, so I'll give it one more try.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's old news now, but we have Shiva. I like the Shokans, whatever, like the race Goro is, the half dragon, half human characters. Yeah. Him and Kintaro, Goro, Shiva, they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nemo said what you said. Storm's great, doesn't scale with anything but themselves.
If you're gonna collect Street Fighter, don't go chasing the Storm collectible ones. I would suggest wait for the Jaded Toy ones.
Yeah, do those. They'll probably be cheaper, easier to get. Hopefully, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, Chug Lee goes for $200. The Storm collectible one.
Yeah, no thanks.
I don't think you'll be paying $200 for Chug Lee at Jaded Toys unless you wait like 5 years.
That's your own fault at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
What else we got going on here? Okay, so this anyone listening, it's Figurize Amplified Metal Greymon. In the past, I have purchased one of their Figurize Amplified versions.
Yeah.
So they have. Let me see if it's up here. They have done the standard versions of War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, and then the amplified versions, to my understanding, are like they're stylized, upgraded. And then I saw it, and I'm like, okay, I want the guy on the left. And I spent like an entire day building it. I'm like, that's when I decided never to do a model again. Every time you ask me if I'm doing this, and I'm like, is it a model? Nope, it's because of this thing. And it's
Oh,
not by any means hard. It's
this is the
just
trauma that got you to stop. Okay.
like I don't want to sit there and just like put pieces together.
Yeah.
They look great though. Like I'm
That's
not
why I
being mad.
stopped building Gundams. My hands were hurting after a while.
Like
So
they look fantastic by the end of it, and model kits have come a long way.
they
Like I
have, yeah.
remember in the past, you'd put them together and then you'd move an arm, and the arm would just fall off.
Yeah.
So
The articulation is so much better now, more superior.
they're basically action figures, delicate but action figures. So he looks cool. Anyone who gets these, I'm happy for them, especially if they like the stylized looks of the Digimon. I'm a Digimon fan. I remember you saying you were more of a Pokemon guy yourself. I might be wrong. I might be thinking of someone else.
I'm neither, but I understand more. Like my son is a Pokemon collector, so I kind of live through his world.
Yeah.
I kind of support it and kind of get involved, and because of that, I kind of learn some of the stuff, right? What characters are popping out, what's really good. So supporting him in that way, and we're gonna maybe do some collecting of some of the rare ones if we can find some.
Does he play the games, the video games? Oh no, he's
Yeah,
not
he
into
does. Yeah, he's bought some of the games in the past.
Oh yeah, funny. Yeah, I have some. I have Metabee and some of the. I have the Kotobukiya Metabee, and then 2 smaller model kits of Metabee and what's his name, Rakusho.
You
like,
lost me at Metabee.
yeah, talking about.
I don't know what I'm just shaking my head. Oh, okay.
Anyone listening, it's Metabots. Otaku asked about.
Cool. All right then. all right.
So anyone into model kits? There you go. I accidentally jumped the gun. Here's 2 more model kits.
Don't get your model kit for your birthday.
Absolutely not. Okay. I'll have them. They'll just sit in the box.
Noted. Yay!
And
this
then
is one of your favorites right here.
Yeah, but he's a model kit, so I'm not buying it.
Oh no!
And he looks fantastic. Unless someone tells me this is like a 30-minute model kit, that's the only way I'll buy.
What is this again?
Kotobukiya Rockman, aka Mega Man. His first look, like his classic look, but with the panel lines. And then, what else did they have?
Man, I still have a lot of Kotobukiya figures, statues.
Oh, those statues. Mine are all in my closet now. I'm pretty sure I do have Blue Nightwing.
No, you don't.
No, I'm sure I do. I just didn't know it. I pulled a U and I.
You do not have it.
Yeah, I do, man.
You do not have it.
I have a picture of myself with my display, and like I see a hint of blue. And I'm like,
if those you don't know,
did I have this whole time?
So when I met Dee long time ago, I was showing my collection to him, and I didn't even realize I had a blue Kotobukiya Nightwing statue, and I knew that I only way to get this is through Kotobukiya. You could not get it at any store; they didn't have it. And I saw it, and it was in the corner. To me, because I already have it, I didn't think much of it. But he saw it, and he's like, oh, "You got the blue one too?" I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I think what's up? I'm like, oh man, that one's hard to get.
You do not have that one, my friend.
I have it. It's just somewhere.
Look, you've got the Mayfex one, so you should be happy. You're good.
I need to hunt for it now.
Oh man, I think you'll probably find it for a cheaper price.
I don't know, because I might actually have it. I swear, I was
go through it, yeah, because you don't want to go to eBay and buy it.
Yeah, I've done that before. Like,
yeah.
And then more model kits. We have Zero with some effects. Now, I don't know what this whole thing means. I don't know if they're saying that it's soft plastic and you can move it.
What is this?
It's a Zero from Mega Man X, and then the picture on the left shows like his ab crunch. And I'm like, are they doing the same thing they did with that crocodile, where they're giving you alternate poses like his neck?
No.
Or are they saying
Kiwi, how you doing?
Is that soft plastic and it's like an ab crunch? So I don't know what they're saying. If anyone can translate, please do, because I have no idea. But I already have a D-Arts version of him anyway, so I don't care. I don't need it. And then they revealed Axel.
These are all model kits?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't Jada making the line?
Interesting you bring them up. They showed off the classic looks.
Yes.
So
hello.
If these are popular,
I'm all in.
then maybe they'll keep doing more lines. Every time there's a Mega Man line, they only do a few of them, and then they never do the Robot Masters, the villains. They do like 3 villains, and then they just stop.
Are you
So
getting this
I hope Jada. I'm getting this line. These are beautiful.
line?
I hope Jada continues.
Take
on.
his money.
We'll see
These
what
are
happens.
so cute. They're so awesome.
Good price points.
Yeah, I'm in.
Good
I'm
first wave. It's not a stupid Rockman hairless, like helmetless version. Like, you know, when they do that, the wave one is like an alt version of the character you want. Super 7 does that, especially with The Simpsons. You don't have the full family yet, do you?
No. They're not going to give me the full family until maybe 5 years from now. They haven't even given me anyone from the family yet. I have 0 members from the original family.
Like in their normal looks. Like,
yeah, in the normal looks, yes.
But yeah.
They're giving me Mo. That's about it. They have no Homer. They have no Bart. None of that's coming right now. No Lisa.
You'll get him sooner or later. You'll probably get Maggie like first.
Series 10.
But yeah, I'll look at some reviews. I'll look at reviews for this guy. Depending on what they say, then I'll get it.
Well, Nightmare says he likes it because of the hair.
Yeah, but is that a good enough reason for me to get it?
No.
To spend like an hour?
I don't think you should, because Jada's probably going to make one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, then you need to recover for some of that molds money, right? So they're going to make some. All right, what else we got here?
Toys are all done.
On to our next, which is...
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Superman news.
We got so many things.
They finally casted Lex Luthor.
Allegedly. They're still...
Nicholas
Holt, who
yes,
I love.
I think he's going to do good.
I like him in whatever he's in.
I want him to have hair, though, in the first movie.
Okay, interesting. Actually, if it's young Lex, then I would be okay with it.
I want him to have hair, and then I want him to start losing it slowly.
For whatever reason. Every single version that's had hair has lost it for one reason or another.
Yeah, just give me a good reason. Maybe Kryptonite made him lose his hair. I don't know. I don't care. Right? Maybe he's experimenting on Krypton and he lost his hair. There you go. Good enough.
I mean, in one there was an explosion and the Kryptonite exploded in his face, and like he lost. Like, yeah, there's different reasons.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really digging this pick.
It's better than this dude.
Yeah.
Jesse
the bells are ringing. The bells are ringing.
He was an odd choice.
Very odd.
I noticed there were a few people who loved him, and they said, "You just don't get what they're doing." My response to that is, I understand what they're trying to do. It doesn't mean I have to like it. I didn't like the portrayal he gave. He was too over the top and zany. He felt more of a Riddler or a Joker goon opposed to Lex Luthor, who I know who has different versions over the years, but I like the calculated, cunning one, respectable one.
I love when people say, this is a different version. This is a different version of Batman. This is a different version of Lex Luthor. This is a different version of Superman. I'm sick and tired of different versions. Get the first original one right first. Get that done right. Then we can go to elsewhere worlds and do different versions. I'm so sick and tired of it.
Pick the popular one that people are...
Yeah, the original one. Right?
Like, even like people argue like, no, the first one was weird and he had like afro. I'm like, okay, obviously we're not talking about that one.
Pick the one the majority of the people are aware of. Pick that one.
Pick the
Don't pick the Lex Luthor that very small group of people know about from a line, from a series or short stories. Don't do that one, because you need to go and appease the larger audience first.
People do that with like, I'll make an argument like, well, Adam West.
Do that in animation. Yeah. Do it there. Nobody cares. Like DC animation, do it there.
No, I want their animation to be good too. Like, don't do weird things for the sake of doing weird things. I'm sorry.
Do weird things so D can be upset.
Yeah. If you want to hear me right, then go for it. But otherwise,
Lex Luthor, in my opinion, is a calm, collected genius, but ruthless underneath it all. But he covers it nicely, nice, clean image. That's Lex Luthor, right? That's what I want.
Is he? So I didn't really pay attention to the CW versions.
Yeah, he was weird, man. I just kept thinking of 3.5 Men.
Yeah, he's John.
Or sorry, 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men, whatever it was. Yeah, I just kept thinking of that. I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah. So he didn't do it for me either. I liked Michael
I didn't mind
originally.
him. I
Like,
didn't mind
as a
him.
young Lex, as you got to see him like turn into Lex, the Lex
Yes.
we know,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, cool.
For what the story was about, he did a pretty good job. Because you liked him, you hated him. There was a lot of mixed emotions, right? And that's because he was becoming Lex. He was becoming that, ruthless genius. He's ascending, and then having his father, like berate him through the show was also great because you could see that hatred developing inside him, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, I think he did a good job. He
that
has
was
his
well
own
said.
show.
Oh, this podcast?
Yeah, he has his own podcast.
Yeah, he brings in like old colleagues that he's worked
All
with
all
over the
CW
years,
colleagues.
basically,
Yeah,
and then they'd always like talk crap about certain parts of the show. Like that's
everyone
he's a
talked
funny
about
guy.
Tom Welling.
He's
Everybody.
so funny. He had Tom on once or twice, and
Nice.
Tom like blasted the show. Um, Kevin Spacey, I totally forgot he was him.
That's such a weird choice. Yeah,
It was
I didn't like that. That
no,
Lex Luthor, I didn't like that one.
and then I didn't include him, but of course there was the Titans Lex Luthor.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm pretty sure I don't even
Hey,
care.
by the way, that show is ending. Are you
Yeah, I
going back?
saw it. I'm not even gonna look at the last finale.
I
Normally,
heard. I heard the
normally,
finale is a great song to the.
even like shows that I considered bad, I get curious enough to check out the last episode, like The Flash. Like I looked at the final scene. I'm like, how did this end? How did the last F? I'm never, I'm never going to look at that show. I'm not watching that finale.
Nightmare Nemer says, "I want Lex Luthor that is intimidating." When you add all of those personalities inside him, and you have that genius in him, the intimidation comes out naturally. You see that oozing. That's why Superman is well aware of Lex Luthor when he does. He's always focused in watching it because he doesn't have any powers, but just because of the abilities he has, the genius, the money, the ruthless, anger and hatred he has for Superman, he is a very, very worthy adversary for Superman. One that he always has to keep his eye on, and that's really cool because people are like, oh, Superman has all these abilities and he's super strong. There's nothing can beat him. Smarts can beat him. Smarts has always beaten him.
I
Right?
like, I like Lex when he's charming too. Like I want him to flip between intimidating and
The
charming.
president of the United States.
If you don't give him what he wants, he'll ruin your life,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
But he will think it's for the bigger picture, so he won't think he's doing anything wrong. Like I like that version. I don't
yeah,
want mustache Twilly.
yeah, exactly. But I'm excited for this Superman legacy. So
We'll see.
yeah, let's see what he can. Let's see who's Superman because they've already said they've been looking around for a bunch of Superman. They've did some early casting calls for some characters, some actors to play Superman, but they haven't really picked one yet.
Yeah.
But they said they're gonna pick someone that's relatively unknown, and I think that's because they want to sign him to probably a long-term deal at a cheap price point, maybe like a 7-movie deal or something, so they don't have to worry about him for a while.
They keep making these types of plans and then they
Yeah,
fall through. So
but
we'll
they said
see.
James Gunn did say one thing though. He said he has to have that likable quality. We want everyone to like him as a human being, not just Superman. We want him to be an ambassador to DC,
Yeah.
right? So we want that. So just because he said it, he's jinxed himself. they're
He
gonna get
did.
they're gonna get the
This
complete
absolute like
opposite.
degenerate, this idiot who just fumbles everything. I know these aren't even in the same leagues, but after a while I didn't mind the what's it called, Lois and Superman and Lois.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah.
that one, especially like when you see him as Clark Kent with his like football coach hat on and his glasses, and he's kind of nerdy still. Like he pulled that off.
It's
Very
funny
well.
you said that because James Gunn was asked some of his favorite movies, and he mentioned Superman, the Christopher Reeves one. He's like,
Yeah.
What made Christopher Reeves so good was when he put on the Clark Kent persona, it was totally different.
Yeah.
You didn't recognize sometimes that he was Superman. Yeah, he was a larger than life man. I mean, he's a 6'3", 6'4", something like that. But you could see him like totally play that role well, like a goofball, like a
I loved it.
clumsy, nerdy type of look to him, and that's what this actor that he said has to do. Because as great as what's his name, the one who's playing Superman right now currently, um,
Henrique, or are you
yeah,
talking
Henry
about
Cavill.
movies?
As great as Henry Cavill is, I just don't see him as a nerdy investigator reporter.
Same with the animated Justice League or the animated Superman. He was just like a super jacked guy with glasses. Like he didn't change his persona at all. He
Yeah,
wasn't like bumbly and like shy and like quiet. He
yeah,
was just Superman with glasses on and polite.
yeah,
He wasn't bad. It's just when you have Christopher Reeves doing what he did, and then later on we get um, Henry Cavill and the
yeah.
animated version who doesn't even try to change. It's just
No,
it's different.
Henry's not fooling anybody there.
Yeah,
And I know people are like, well, it's hard to fool anybody with just glasses on. Come on, it's not that. It, like
just the persona
Christopher.
changes.
Yeah, you have to make it. We all know as audience who it is, obviously, but in the movie, he has to be some sort of a different character altogether, just to, make the role interesting, to make that character interesting,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm excited. Let's see what He said the writing's all done. The script is finished. They're gonna start. They've gone into production now. So 2024 in Atlanta is where they're gonna start filming. So interesting. It's gonna be filmed in Atlanta.
All right.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next? Oh
Spoiler
yes.
talk. Spoiler talk.
No, our favorite vehicles.
Okay.
Should we? Should we? Yeah, we'll do the spoiler talk at the end. Just before.
Oh yeah, just in case anyone wants to leave. You
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Okay. We'll do a quick spoiler breakdown of Guardians of the Galaxy after this next topic. So don't just leave yet. Our favorite heroic vehicles. It doesn't have to be a road vehicle. It could be land, sea, or air. You go first. You pick one that you
Okay.
really liked.
I didn't.
Don't pick
limit it
the
to just
obvious
one.
one. Don't pick the obvious one.
What's the obvious one? Okay.
Thumbnail.
What's the obvious one? Fine, whatever. So for me, this isn't my favorite or anything, but it always stood out, especially in the animated show.
Oh,
It's the
mwah.
is this on your list too? The Blackbird?
The Blackbird, baby. It is now. Oh yes. How could you not like this beauty?
For anyone listening,
I
it's
just
the
keep hearing that.
X-Men set.
Da-na-na-na-na.
And it comes out from under the pool or the tennis
Yeah.
court or whatever version.
Yeah,
they wanna
basketball
do it in.
court. Basketball
Yeah.
court. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is iconic. Not as. It's not mainstream iconic, but
It's just-
anybody in the Marvel world will know what this is. I think.
especially if you watch the Fox Kids show.
Yeah,
Because
if
in
you
the
watch
comics,
animation, yeah.
reading it as a kid is one thing, but seeing it like in the animated show, and
Yeah.
when they're like, "Okay, everyone, get on the Blackbird," you're like, "Oh, something's about to go down. They're leaving New York and they got to
Yeah.
go here." I don't know. It was cool. I liked it. What else do I got here? So another one, I like the Ecto one. I always thought it was cool.
You took one of mine.
Sorry.
That's
I
okay.
always thought it was cool.
There's gonna be.
Yeah.
I know there's gonna be 2 or 3 for sure. I don't have pictures of mine, so you might have to pull it up. I didn't get a chance to do
Okay,
it,
that is cool.
but yes, this is so iconic.
I like when you take like home, like things you find around the city or just like junk, and you turn it into.
You get a
high-powered-
welding machine, and then you go to work.
Yeah, just like this is a ridiculous concept. That is,
It's
beautiful.
so
It has a
ridiculous.
cover seat.
What is half that stuff doing on there, anyways?
If anything, it's probably slowing them down. But
Yeah,
it just
like
adds-
what is this hose attached to? Why?
And he always says something stupid. He's like, "Oh, the hose is to fuel up the nuclear reactor in the back seat." Or like,
So
okay,
you're gonna drive around down to the nuclear reactor?
basically they had the power grid in their firehouse.
This thing probably does what 40 kilometers an hour max. It ain't going anywhere.
No, but he's got these turbo thrusters.
Yeah,
on
I
the back.
guess. With 5 people in there, it's not going
In the
anywhere.
movie universe, this is top tier, roadworthy. But
Well,
no, it's cool.
There's 4 of them driving, but I'm sure sometimes they put in a 5th one. Who's that guy that was always at the office?
Oh, I forgot his name. The little
Yeah,
their,
the glasses.
their lawyer or
Yeah, he's
accountant or whatever he is.
He's driving them around town. Oh, this is so ridiculous, but we didn't care as kids. This was
Oh, it's
awesome.
cool, especially when it like especially in the cartoon where they do different things like, oh, there's a ghost trap on the top of the car
Yeah.
and it sucks in giant ghosts. Like it just does something new.
I'm trying to for Ghostbusters 2, the Afterlife movie. It comes out on December 20th this year. Um, we're gonna try to get early tickets to that to see for our charity thing that we do every year. So we'll be picking this movie because it's
I didn't
closer to
even realize
Christmas.
it out this year.
Yeah, so I think December 17th, something like that, is when we're trying to lock it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye on that. That's gonna be our. We're gonna rent out the whole theater and do it for the food bank. So, and this year you're gonna sit next to me. So, and anyone who sits behind me better be very, very careful. So, yes. What else we got?
What else is here? So we did Blackwing. Okay, this counts still. It's the
Oh,
Megazord.
this is sort
No,
of,
it counts. They traverse in it. They've left cities in
but
it.
it's not a. Is it a vehicle
I
though?
counted as one. I even Google. I was like, do mechs count as
I want to know in the
vehicle?
chats, guys. Does this
Yeah,
count as a
do mechs
vehicle?
count?
Does a Megazord count as a vehicle?
Because I also have Gurren Lagann, so I'm
Oh
counting that as a
God.
vehicle as well. No, but for this one, they use it because they live underground. So he uses this to like traverse and dig through that. And
All right. I'll let you
that
have
one
it because
counts.
you're so into it. Sure, I'll let you have it. All right.
I just took random ones.
Oh my God. Yes, baby. Talk to me. Yes, talk
Ghost
to me.
Rider's motorcycle.
Absolutely.
I like when it has.
I still can't believe I haven't opened this yet.
Yeah, man, open that up.
I know. I'm gonna do it this weekend.
I like the fact that it has sentience. Like I like when the vehicles have a mind of their own as well. Like
Yep.
it's just cool.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider's
Sure.
motorcycle.
How many is that? You're like 7? How many? You just seem
No.
rolling out with this.
1. I didn't show some. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4. The mechs I was counting is 1. And then here's my honorable mentions. So the Thanos helicopter
Hey, the Thanos copter. That's hilarious.
and the Spider-Mobile.
Yeah. Till this day, I don't know why he needs a vehicle.
Yeah,
Did
he
he
crashed
lose
it.
his powers or something in that comic book?
No, Reed built it for him, and it turned out he didn't have a driver's license, so he crashed it. So he didn't even get to use it anyway.
That make no sense. Let's just sell toys, obviously.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
What about you? What's on your list?
I don't have pictures, but if you do get a
fine.
chance, we can pull that up. Well, one of the most iconic is the Batmobile. 1990 animation Batmobile or Tim
I
Burton's
didn't do
Batmobile.
that. I forget you say this.
Tim Burton. I'll take that one too. There you go.
Yeah.
It's one of the most iconic vehicles out there. You ask so many people, even people who don't read comic books, what's a superhero vehicle that you remember? They're like Batmobile right away. Right? So definitely Batmobile. Into flying stuff, I'm gonna have to say the Millennium Falcon for Han Solo and Chewie. That's iconic. I mean, it's one of the most popular, if not the most popular, uh, plane or ship in Star Wars. Period. You ask any Star Wars fan what a Millennium Falcon is, they'll tell you right away. Right? Even who are not Star Wars fans, or just casual observers of the show and the lore, they'll tell you what that is. So Millennium Falcon, that's 2 for me right there. Okay, what else? Oh, obviously the big one that our thumbnail is all about. I wanted to wait till the end, but I might as well do it now.
Oh, okay.
It's Cowabunga Dude. No, not Cowabunga Dude. That dude. It is Turtles van right here, baby.
And they all have different looks, but they're always cool. Like they always have some cool
we get
thing
the one in
going
the
on.
middle, mate? Because those thick tires are looking good.
Yeah, I don't know what
that
you got
awesome.
the Super 7 one on the left. Not Super 7, but the like toy version because they never look like the cartoon show.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for NECAs and Super 7s to show up because I've got the third-party company one, which I love, and I can't wait for all 3 of them. I'm going to compare all 3 of them. It's going to be good. They're on their way to. I heard they're coming soon.
Oh, did they?
Probably this summer. I heard. Yeah.
Oh.
So I can't wait for that. What else is there? Wonder Woman's invisible jet.
I was like, does that even count? Because she can fly.
Hey, it counts.
And then I'm like, what does she even need that for?
She's tired, man. She's tired. She needs to fly.
It's always funny because in like thumbnails and pictures, it's just her sitting there, and you can't see anything around her.
Okay, well, since you cheated, with
I did
Legacy,
what?
I'm gonna cheat too. Then Optimus Prime's truck. There you
I was gonna,
go.
yeah, I was gonna be like,
That was
do,
the most one of the most iconic vehicles in Transformers.
I was like, do Transformers
Bumblebee
count?
is one, Optimus is one, and Jazz is two. Right? Those are right there. Like
Those count.
they're up there as iconic vehicles in the Transformer lore. What up, Will? How you doing? There you go.
Invisible
And
jet.
Wonder Woman's the jet is more like to allow other members to fly with her.
Except they're not even inside of it.
I don't know
barely-
how that's possible and why they're doing that. Especially Batman, like he's looking to fly off it and kill himself. So I don't know.
He's Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman. Obviously, Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm a bit of a fan. I'm not a hardcore fan. I don't go to conventions or anything like that, but I dabble a
You
little
know
bit
the
in
characters.
Star Trek. Yeah, the new Picard show, from what I heard, is fantastic. I dropped out after season 1 because it wasn't that good, but I heard season 3 is really good. But yeah, there's Star Trek from Captain Kirk, William Shatner, who I met personally and I think is a good person. William Shatner to Picard. The
Look
gentleman's
at all
name.
these enterprises. Good lord.
Wow. But they all look like they're all very similar. Most of them have that disc look to them in the front, iconically.
There's like the front and then the two.
Yeah,
whatever they are.
majority of them have that similar disc look in the front. So yeah, that's very iconic. You mentioned Star Trek. People know what I'm talking about in terms of vehicle, what it looks like. So yeah, that's up there too. Silver Surfer's board.
That counts. Yeah, that's a good
That
one.
counts, baby. That
I was
counts.
like, I was like, Elvin's gonna say it.
Silver Surfer's board. That is one surfboard you do not want to mess with. Oh, you do not want to mess with. Have they ever done like crazy things with that board? I never read too much on Silver Surfer. I mean, I did back in the day, but
that thing, he shape shifts. He's made weapons with it.
has that annihilated people?
Read King in Black.
Okay, all right.
There's a
King in Black.
But the Venom and Null one, that
Okay, yeah. I'm getting to that very soon. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Well, no, yeah, he does cool things with it. Like it's just an extension of him.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot wait. I don't know why it's taking this. We got what's that? The Eternals before we got this guy. Like it's.
I don't care. I don't want them to rush him. So just.
Well, what's the rush? It's only been 10 years.
Like, I know, and they managed to.
We had an Infinity story without Silver Surfer. They could introduce him then somehow, but they didn't. I want him so badly in the MCU. Like, you don't understand. I need him. He is honestly, so good.
Like, despite what everyone says about the Fox movies, I didn't mind the Surfer in that.
Yeah, he was good. He was made out to be weak though, but still, the look of him was good.
And they had to remove him off the field because he was too good. So they had to trick him and then steal his power, which happens in the comics too sometimes. So whatever, but like seeing his board absorb like the missiles and stuff.
It was no big deal to him. He's like, "Oh, I'll just let it go through me because it doesn't bother me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I always have arguments with my friends about who's the strongest, and I'm like, "That dude's up there, man. That dude is up there." I mean, we're talking about just pure basic strengths and powers without any, Mjolnir or rings or anything like that added to the character. He's up there.
His weakness is the writers.
Yeah.
If he needs to, like, every time he's lost, it's because of something stupid.
Yeah. So those are my vehicles. Are we missing anything? I mean, there's stuff
tons. Like like we're just saying these for fun.
Yeah, those are like some of the iconic heroic vehicles we thought of. I mean, there's other ones out there like Knight Rider, obviously, but we wanted to try to keep it sort of the comic world a little bit, right?
Yeah, the Mystery Machine from Scooby Doo.
And there you go.
What is it? The Mach 5 from Speed Racer. Like there's good ones. It's just there's only so many hours. In the day,
Akira's bike.
I was gonna put that up too. I was like, like Canada.
Yeah, I had Akira's bike.
I forgot the name of his gang. Canada's with the capsules on the back.
Oh, 78 was here. He would tell us in seconds.
I know.
Um, yeah, man. If you guys know anybody good ones, let me know in the chats. I want to see any good vehicles. Do not say Mario's plumbering van.
I was gonna put
Uh,
Flag Nimbus up too. Goku's Cloud. From back in the day.
oh, okay, okay. He's stretching thin there with the Megazord.
No, no, they have
You
vehicles.
cheated. You
They just they
cheated.
just turn into a robot.
Oh man. Okay. Let's get into our final topic of the day, which is Guardians of the Galaxy full spoiler breakdown. Warnings galore right now. If you have not seen it, you should stop right now, go watch it, and then come back and listen to us as we tell you all the spoiler stuff about it. We're gonna keep it short. We won't delay. We won't drag this out because we did talk about the non-spoiler stuff last week. We're just gonna, and we also gave our score last week too. So we'll just talk about some of the spoiler stuff today. And so yeah, warning to you if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. Please go watch it in theaters. It's really good. You'll enjoy yourself. And then come back and listen to the rest of this. All right.
Indeed.
They've been warned. Go for it.
So
What do we
I
begin
don't
here?
know.
Do you want to do character breakdowns quickly?
So we have
We have Gamora
Peter,
back in the fold.
sort of.
Yeah, sort of, yes.
And do you like what they did with her? So, well, yeah, we'll do the breakdown. So we have Peter, obviously, he's distraught because he doesn't have his Gamora. So he's at the beginning of the movie,
He's heartbroken, yeah.
Drax is himself. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
I like Nebula a lot.
Yeah, very, very mature Nebula now.
Yeah. She's taken the role as one of the Nowhere's law enforcement, I guess you'd want to call it. She's a leader.
The sheriff, I guess.
Yeah. To the point where when she's getting beaten, the townspeople are screaming in agony, like begging whoever's attacking to stop. She's gotten some upgrades.
Yes. Terminator T1000 upgrades.
I was like, oh, she's dead. No, she's not. Okay, that's disgusting, but I love it.
You know what it reminds me of? Tony Stark's tech a little bit.
Well, Rocket was hanging around with him.
Yeah, I wonder if Rocket stole his tech because
I don't think so because he called Tony stupid. He's like, "You're only the smart on Earth. You're an idiot everywhere else."
Yeah. Yeah, your stuff is pathetic.
So maybe Tony borrowed some of Rocket's designs after.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
We have Mantis. We saw Drax and Mantis most recently in that holiday special. So they felt very similar. I like their friendship. Those two seem the closest, the same way Groot and Rocket are close. Yeah. Except Groot and Rocket weren't really that close anymore.
It's more of Star-Lord and Rocket now.
Yeah.
This movie definitely was very made you really aware of them as best friends.
Like they acknowledge that they are each other's best friends. They say it. And then we had a little brief mention of Cosmo. She's cool.
Good dog.
They keep gender swapping her, but whatever.
She's a good dog.
She's cool. I liked her. And then Groot's Groot. Not the same Groot as the first movie.
No.
I like this version. He was not... I don't even know. I want to say he's a main character because he's the core group. But he didn't really go on a lot of the missions with them. Like, sometimes he stayed on the ship.
The other thing that hurt him was he doesn't have dialogue.
Yeah.
So that kind of hurts him, right? And making us aware of who he is and what he's doing. What about Yondu's friend?
I forgot his name even. That's how little I cared about him.
Oh, James Gunn's brother.
Yeah.
Kragan, something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Kraglin, yeah. James Gunn's brother. Yeah, he did a good job, I thought. Admiral job.
Oh, Darth Stick. Do they show animal abuse? Oh, yeah, man. I was telling Elvin, I almost
It's not, no, so it's all CGI. It's not real. I checked into it. I wanted to know.
Oh, yeah, there's no way they were doing that real. Like
No, what I meant is they didn't even have animals as stand-ins.
Yeah.
There's no real animals at all in stand-in. They're all CGI, which is very hard to believe because how good the CGI is. Like, there are some points where you really think they're real animals sitting there. But it's all CGI, and kudos to the CGI team, man. They killed it.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking the depths of Rocket's eyes. Oh man,
Very, very emotive. And
oof.
then, yeah,
Yeah, there is a lot of sad stories of animals in cages in this movie, and if you're one of those people that don't like that, I still would like you to watch this movie because they're not real animals. So take that as solace. But
you will be
understand that
sad.
yeah, understand that they wanted to make a very emotional movie because it was one of the is James Gunn's last attempt at this. Because he's moved over to DC now, so he really wanted to make an impactful movie he could and tie the story in well. And I think they did that. And
Yeah.
and so you need to go through that emotion to really appreciate the movie at the end of it.
Oh, dude, all animals. Like, you're asking which animals. This guy had a freaking zoo in his basement, and he just
Rabbits, raccoons,
walruses,
obviously,
dogs.
walrus, dogs, just name it, man. There's animals there. Yeah, it's sort of close to a Noah's Ark sitting in that room
Yeah,
there.
it's just twisted, a twisted Noah's Ark.
Yeah, exactly.
Which also leads me to Chuck Woody's like portrayal of High Evolutionary. I thought he was a fantastic villain because of how twisted he
That dude
was.
killed it, man. That
Yeah.
dude killed it.
At first, in the trailers, was like, okay, whatever, High Evolutionary. I don't care about this villain like at all. He just gene splices animals and makes them evolve faster. Cool. But how he acts and how he flips on a dime and just the ego on him. And I know it's cliche that he's just a mad scientist, but in this, no, he will make a creature and he wants them to be smart and up to their standards. But if said creature is smarter than him, he just loses his mind. Like he freaks out at Rocket because Rocket's smarter than him. Like there's a moment that made me so sad. And Rocket doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, well, it was broken and you asked why. So I told you how to fix it. And I thought the guy was just going to shoot him in the face right there and then. Like, I don't know what to expect from this guy because of how just 0 to 100 he goes.
Um, there's no other way to get emotional than showing animal cruelty. No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's not just about animal cruelty in this show. There's other things in there, like the bond between Rocket and James Gunn, Chris Pratt. About, and like I said, we're gonna do spoilers here. So the fact that Rocket is dying, and Chris Pratt's character Star Lord immediately turns around and says, "Let's go. There's no wasting time. Nothing. Let's go and find my friend a solution."
And he was like drunk like 20
Yeah.
minutes prior to that. Like
Uh-huh.
he was out of it. But when the time called, duty called, like,
And that's what made it, you know, interesting, the movie, that because there was no time wasting there. Like they had to go right away.
and
And
they could have did that thing where I don't know if you noticed this a lot, where like we have to go. It's like, oh, but who's gonna stay and protect nowhere? I'm like, I thought they were gonna do that. No, no one did that. Like, yeah, okay, let's go.
nowhere is nowhere to be found. They don't care. But at the end of the movie, near the end of the movie, you see that emotion of connection that they've had over the course of all of their adventures from day one. So there's emotion there from these people. And then you see also other characters like Drax, Mantis, Nebula. They're all coming together and appreciating each other's weaknesses and strengths. You know, especially Drax, how he's always a bumbling buffoon and eating his nuts, whatever, and they always make fun of him. But he has a purpose, and his purpose shows up at the end. Hey, you're the father figure of this crew. You know, like you show love and fatherly affection because you were one, and you were stripped of that unfairly. So now you have a purpose again, and so that is also very emotional too. A lot of these characters finally get their swan song, their ending of who they are.
It's come
And
full circle for all of
yeah,
them in some way.
exactly. It's really has, and that's why we've given such a high score of this movie. Is how beautifully it was put all together at the end. And this doesn't mean it's an end for everybody. It's sort of a pause. It's sort of, hey, I'm going to go to the left here, and you're going to go to the right. But if we need each other, we know we are where we are, and we'll figure it out. We'll come back around if one of us needs each other's help. They're always going to be there for each other. This right here, Nebula, sorry, yeah, Gamora
Yeah.
and Star Lord, you don't get the happy ending where they meet and they fall in love and all that stuff. You don't get that.
And I
And
was
I,
happy.
sorry.
I was happy they didn't do that.
Yeah, me too, because it'd be weird. One whole mission got them back together.
And it's like, and that's not your Gamora. Like
Yeah,
that's not her. Like despite what you want, that's not her. That's not how life works sometimes.
and that's also emotional too. That's also sad. Uh, tuning in from Sydney, Elvin. You may know me. Cheers.
Cousin,
In Earth with us. Yeah, probably a cousin.
you have cousins there, right?
Yeah. I got heaps of
Yeah,
cousins, as they say, heaps of cousins. Yeah. So the motion, the relationship between these two, it doesn't come to full circle, and they're back together again. But there is this. She understands why that old Gamora would have, why that old Gamora was in love with Star Lord. She gets
yeah.
it, and she
Like
does
it would have
have.
been. Oh,
Yeah,
Darth said it would have been cliche. It would have, and I
of
wouldn't put
course.
it past Marvel movies to do that.
Yeah, and James Gunn probably said, no, we're not doing that." And that doesn't mean that there's an end, because they might down the road meet each other again. And the end does say Star Lord will be back,
Yeah,
right? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see
she was
how.
she was brutal to him in the movie. Like she's like,
Oh
I don't care about her, and I don't care about you,
yeah!
and she
Oh
like
my god!
cusses him out, and she like shoves him into a mirror because he
I
wouldn't stop talking about her. And I was like,
Well, he's broken. He's just a broken man. This
yeah,
is someone that he loved and shared an adventure with, and she's gone,
yeah.
right?
But she was just like cut deep. I was like,
Oh yeah,
ouch.
she didn't care. She's like, whatever. And then the funny part is how he's sort of at one point just trying to give up and went to Nebula, and she's like, nah, no, go away, go
Yeah,
away.
like stop looking at me
Yeah,
like that.
don't look at me this way, right? Knock it off, right?
But it also shows you how much character development Nebula has because
Yeah,
she is likable now. Well, she's still actually awful as a person. She doesn't know how to be sensitive, but she cares. And there's a moment where she defends Peter against Gamora, who's lashing out at him. And she's like, he's family, Rocket's family. And she's like, you'd care about him more than your own sister. And like, he's my family too. Like,
yep.
and keep in mind, she was a just hardcore villain in the first movie. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
interesting to see her turn around. And I like that a lot. I like her as a character. She's great.
But the main character is going to be Raccoon in this movie, without a shadow of a doubt. There's James Gunn for deciding on this is brilliant, because Raccoon was sort of a character that nobody cared about until maybe a couple of movies in. And when I say a couple of movies in, I'm talking about the end game as well. Then you started seeing the importance of Rocket, and he's not just a wise guy that steals stuff, arms and legs and eyeballs. He has a strong purpose to it. He does some amazing things. He's quick to adapt, and he's an integral member of that team. He's, what do you say, second in command?
Yeah, they always argued whose ship it is,
Yeah,
like
I'm
who's
the
in charge.
captain. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like before, like in the old movies, they just made him a jerk. So he was funny and he was a jerk. That was
Yeah.
him. But he wasn't likable because he was genuinely nice or anything. Like he was an awful person.
Yeah.
But now you see why. I'm like, oh, you should have been way worse than this, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry you had to go through that.
The trauma definitely does make you realize what he's gone through, and to come around and become a better person at the end of the movie, it was so beautifully done. The friends that he made along the way, and who he ended up with at the end, like those characters that were with him in the cage, they were his original friends, and then Groot was sort of his friend during the middle part of his life, and now near the end. No, when I say near the end, I don't mean he dies, but near sort of a maturity level, he has a new set of friends, and it's so awesome to see that he didn't lose it all,
And
right?
you can see how nice he was to the new group. Like he's
Yeah,
sitting there talking to them about like, what's your favorite song? Like,
yeah. Now he's a leader. Right?
yeah,
So, and now he's going to train this new core of Guardians. Uh, did we had two end credit scenes, right? We had two of them.
that was one.
Yeah,
The
where the
the
end,
new
yeah,
recruits or whatever they're called.
yeah, and then we had one with
Force.
Star Lord coming back to Earth and meeting his grandfather.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, are they going with something with this?
No, it was just another thing like Mantis said in the movie. Like you didn't even seek out your family. So everyone got the ending they were supposed to have. Maybe not the one they wanted, but the one they were supposed to have.
Yeah.
Like, spoiler time again. Like,
Yeah.
Drax ends up with a bunch of kids that he sets free. And there was a moment in the first movie where it's like, we don't dance, my people don't dance. His final scene was him dancing with the kids. Rocket discovered what kind of animal he actually is, and it turned out to be a raccoon. And then he acknowledges that he is one. And when he said it, I lost my mind in the theater because
Did you?
it was also the moment he got revenge on this piece of garbage here. Like, I was just waiting for it. I was just like,
Yeah.
who's gonna be the one to finish him off?
And what a finish that was! Right where the cages are and everything, where it all began.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was just
I
fantastic.
had one gripe with that scene.
What was it great?
They spent a good like 30 minutes just slaughtering people in the hallway, and then it gets to him as like, you're not worth it. Like, he's absolutely worth it. You just kill this
Yeah.
fool and go home.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
again,
he was traumatized to see him again, right?
yeah, I wouldn't have mind if he was sent to prison or something like the Nova Corps. Like, I don't want all the villains to just be killed off. I hate that. Like, it's a waste of a good villain. But I also don't want you to let him go because you saw what he's capable of. So,
Brick said something about his other channel here. On
no, he's talking
time in
about
the US. Many of us
he's talking
think
about what
Todd's
we were talking about earlier.
yeah. He's catching up on that stuff. Seriously, thanks for checking it out. Go back to Guardians of the Galaxy. No worries. Yeah, honestly, I can't recommend this highly, like, enough. I really think people need to go and watch this movie. It didn't get a huge drop off. It's still doing pretty well in the theaters, but yeah, check it out, man. It's such an amazing movie. CGI is good, the writing's good, emotions are all time high. Um, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Now I can't remember now.
We were talking about his grandfather, and if it was like, do you think anything's going to go on with
Oh
that?
no, I remember what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the idiot in the room,
Oh, your buddy Adam. Do I have
Adam.
a picture of him? Adam Warlock.
Unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary to put this character in there. What a way to ruin an intro of an amazing character. Way to just put him in the pit right off the bat. Like,
I couldn't mention it last week because of the spoiler.
yeah,
The version at the end credit, like the post credit, is probably the version that people wanted because there he seemed fine. Like, he was like respectable, and he was like, "What about you, Captain?" I was like, "Oh, interesting. This is what I think." Like, he was articulated, he was calm, he was collected, and he was probably as strong as Thor and the Hulk. Like, he was what you wanted to see, I bet, versus what we got. In my mind, he made me laugh, and they said his cocoon was open too soon. But I'm like, how long did this dude have to stay in there? It was like 5 years. Like, do
it,
you need to stay there for like 10 years for him to be fully functional? Like,
I think James Gunn had a problem with it in his hands here because of the continuation from the old storylines. I think if James Gunn was still with Marvel, he wouldn't have put this character in this movie. Just because the fact that he's leaving Marvel and he wanted to tie it off, he put this character in there because it was his character to begin with, how he wanted to grow this character. So he just did this. And I think that's the one mistake that he made in making this movie the way it is. This character did not need to be in there. It did nothing for the movie. If you take this character out of the equation, the movie still is fine. He has no actual bearing on this movie. He doesn't make anything interesting happen in this movie aside for some ridiculous action. Right?
if they made him not so childish, would you have liked him, or did you think he
Yeah,
was
of course
still
I would
not
like to,
necessary?
but he has to have a purpose though, right? Like, I mean, he should have, like, he should fight these guys and then realize they're not the bad guys. He realizes it way too late at the end, but it doesn't really make an impact either. I don't know understand why he had to be in there, but yeah, I didn't like the bumbling buffoon attitude that they gave him. It's just so ridiculous. We already have one. It's called Drax. We don't need two of them in the show. We don't need it. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, if they do bring this character back to the fold, they need to show that this guy is top tier, power level type of character, and he should be given that opportunity to go and knock around some bad guys who's got some top tier power as well. He's not getting the respect that he deserves. And then also, what is the point of the jewelry on his forehead? It makes
Yeah, I
no
don't know what that was
sense.
supposed to do.
Like, just remove it, get rid of it. It doesn't have the Infinity Stone, so why even have one? I don't understand that either. So, Darth says did the same with Taskmaster. They did Taskmaster worse.
Then
They
who?
gender swapped the character.
Then did it? Who's he saying? They did the same for Taskmaster, like
No,
as who?
they Taskmaster was even worse. They changed the character altogether.
I see what you're saying. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't. Taskmaster's not even on my radar. I
Yeah.
chased it.
But yeah,
No, the movie's great.
no, I don't look at it as being a woke movie. No, there's balance for everybody. Everybody had there's.
I mean, you might get people saying like, "Oh, you're forcing animal rights into my movie." You're gonna always get people who are gonna find a problem with it. But
Well, yeah, no
what
one's
the movie is.
always gonna love a movie. There's gonna be haters for every movie, right? There's always gonna be someone that's gonna try to pick it apart. But I didn't see any actual agendas or wokeness in this script. I thought everybody had their moment in the sun. I thought it was balanced. There was some good chemistry and a decent storyline. The storyline wasn't the amazing storyline, but
I don't know.
Raccoon's
Like
Raccoon's part of the storyline was good.
yeah, to me that made it great. Like I don't know what I would want in a story because I read comic books still, and
Yeah.
stories are like A to B. Like they're not anything crazy sometimes. So for me, this just felt right. It was easy to follow. It hit home in all the right places. I didn't need a like indie movie with a script that made me ponder life's questions. Like this made me think. It made me feel for animals.
All right, okay. We've been at it for a while. We did a lot of topics today. Was there anything else we want to cover?
I think we did it.
Yeah, go check it out. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. You gave it a 9. I gave it a 9. Go check it out, guys. Also, go check out our social media at ANR Universe on Instagram and Twitter. We'll be doing some cool things throughout the summer. Yeah, is anything else, D?
I think we covered it all.
I might be back next week or might not. We have Brad that might come in and help you out, but I'll be in Vegas at the end of the month. Might do some videos from there from the wrestling events. But yeah, so wherever you're around the world or the universe, have yourself a good morning, a good day, and a good night.
Bye.
Shout out to my Aussie cuz. Kangaroos, baby.